barber school and how beneficial it was for me and why I also chose the barber school. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. But before that, look, I just got a cut. I'm feeling lovely. So let's get into it. For the whole purpose of me going to barber school instead of the apprenticeship program, because I was cutting hair around 8 months before even thinking on which route to go, and it was the end of high school. I'm trying to figure out whether I wanted to go to apprenticeship, barber school, if I just wanted to thug it out and be a garage barber shop until I could, to be a garage barber until I could get enough bars to go to an apprenticeship program, because my biggest thing was I lacked confidence, and it was confidence more in my work and with myself with cutting hair, because I was only cutting hair for 8 months. I didn't learn it all right there. My blends weren't there yet. It was just there was a lot of work. So the biggest thing for me was my plan that I had thought about of going to barber school, which made me lead in that direction, was I had 12 and a half months, the duration of the barber school, to get as best as I could, whether it is, or when it comes down to cutting hair. So I wanted to get as best as I could at cutting hair, the craft of it, getting clientele, charging more, just everything that involves the business aspect of barbering. I wanted to get it down and just grow as much as possible. My Instagram, everything. So I felt like I had those 12 months to get a feel for the industry a lot more instead of just jumping into it. I was young. That's another thing. My liabilities and my my liabilities they're low. I'm still at my mom's house. I'm 18. I'm young. I don't have to worry about paying anything else. And time, the same thing. I don't have to worry about anything because I can spend all day at school when I don't have any liabilities like that. No kids, anything. So where my expenses were very low, to where I have time to go to barber school. And within the 12 months, that's what I've been doing. I'm only 2-3 months away from graduating, and my experience there so far has been dope. And with my whole plan with getting the time, that's my #1 benefit from going to barber school, was having that allowed time to get a feel for the industry, just get my bars up with cutting hair. Just expanding my clientele to where when I'm at a shop, I can have clientele instead of working to get clientele at a barber shop. The 12 months at school, it also allowed me to make mistakes. In order to learn, you got to make mistakes. So the school's the best way to do it. Mistakes are there. You go to school to make mistakes, because even if you're cutting someone's hair there, they know that you're a student. They know that you could possibly fuck up to where you're just like you don't wanna. Well, if I fuck up, it's alright, but you want to be able to have that, ability, I guess, to, it's a state of, relaxation, oh, okay, if I do mess up, it's going to be okay, because this person knows I'm a student, they're willing to sacrifice their haircut, because it's only like $5-10 per haircut, and you're learning, so, that's the only thing, and that allowed me to learn a lot, whether I was at school or at the house, because I'd rather fuck up right here in the garage than go into a shop and make those mistakes. So #1 benefit from going to barber school was the time, the time that it gave me to gain confidence. #2 was the relationships. I felt like I built a lot of relationships with people that were just also barber students. There's plenty of barber students there, like more than 20-30 people that more than half of them tight with. The homies say what's up. You learn off of each other. You're hella cool. And one of the best things is social media. You're cool on Instagram. You see them at school. They liking your pictures. You comment on each other. You show each other love. Shit like that. So the relationships built has been dope, because I know a lot more people in the industry now than I did before I started school, and I feel like I know a lot more people relationship-wise that if I would have just jumped into apprentice, because I would have mostly known just those barbers there and just clientele, But definitely being able to build relationships has been the best thing there, or the second best. And the cool thing about the school too, they would actually bring outside sources. Say, for example, that they told us we could bring another barber from around local, and I hit up my boy Flex and Root. So he right around the corner just pulls up to the school, spits some game to everybody, and we all learn, and everyone just develops that relationship. We get to recognize him, we know him as a person, gain some value as a barber, and it's really dope, and everything that we learn there is free. We're not paying, or at least for us, out of our pocket to pay for artists or other barbers to come to our school and teach or demonstrate or give their experience, because there's been people like the Success Addict from Andes. It was a pleasure meeting him. There was this guy from Japanese with all these Japanese shears, crazy stuff like that. So we get to learn a lot of people, and the school brings in a lot of those educational mentors, what is that name? Hold on, educators. What the hell, educators? Yeah. So the school brings in a lot of educators, and it's tight. Another thing with the relationships, at our school specifically, they held events. So when there was a barber battle, I competed in my first barber battle, and that was at my school. So right there off tops, met hella people, and it was tight because it was at our school. I felt at home, I was comfortable, and that experience I should make a story about. That was pretty interesting. But I did that. They hosted the Chris Basio, the Jeezy, and the Get Beamed event there, and I went there, get to meet all three of them. So the relationships has been excellent, and continue to build more relationships, and it's been dope. Moving on to my third benefit and my last benefit, I would say, of attending barber school was just learning. When you go to school, you're there to learn. The school is learning, so and that ties into my first other two ones, which is time and the relationships, because I said with the time it gave me time to learn things. So my last one was just learning. The best thing at barber school is it's more hands-on. You're going to get hands-on. So if you have an educator on deck right there for you, you could always ask them a question. More likely than ever, they're going to help you. They're going to show you some things, and like you're just going to be stoked. There's some educators that have a different style that you might want to learn, or have a totally different style that you usually adapt, or that you're adapted to, that they don't, to where like you might not be able to get the best game, but there's always that barber or that educator that you're gonna find that's gonna help you dearly, even if it's the one little thing, just slight things that they teach you that you can learn from. You implement that into your next haircut, and especially for the beginner people, they have someone on their side for them to help them cut hair. They're gonna be there on your first haircut, and you're gonna feel way more comfortable than everything. And the learning aspect's been dope. When it also comes to stay bored, that's the main reason why we're there, because we want to learn stay bored. Opposed to apprenticeship, I feel like there's not enough school for it. It's 2 years, yeah, but they're only going to school once a day. We're at school 4 times a week, 8 hours a day, to where there's more than enough fucking time to learn. And I feel like there's going to be no excuse for me to not pass this test, because I've had all my resources. That's another thing, the resources there. You can always look at the other educators, and they tell you everything about state board, and just you could ask to how it is in the industry, advice, everything. You learn every day there. There's something you learn, whether it's from an educator or the homies. Like I said, the relationships. It's there's always someone that has an experience that they could teach and that you can learn from. So building that relationship helps with the learning. And like I said, it was just barber school was a perfect choice to me, just because it gave me the time to gain confidence and evolve in my business. I've developed many relationships, a lot of them I consider brothers, and the learning. So for me, barber school was an excellent choice. The price range is pretty high, but it's a great investment. I like the way that everything panned out right now. I love the way everything's been going. Everything's been smooth. I love the process of everything. So I can't really imagine myself going to apprentice, but I always do wonder what my position or what position I would be if I was an apprentice. Like, damn, like would the struggle been more beautiful? Would it been a more of a struggle? Would it been like, I don't know. It's just but I feel like everyone has their whatever works for them both. Their situation, whether it was apprentice in barber school, But for me, it was barber school. Definitely a dope experience. And I forgot to mention, the women, they're bad. They're cute. They're sexy. But look, you don't eat where you get your meat. And that's what my educator told me. He said, don't eat where you get your meat. I said, say that again. He said, don't eat maybe where you get your eat. Or where you get your meat. My bad. I'm like, fuck, well, what does that mean? Just don't fuck with those females that you go to school with. Don't get in a relationship with them, because if anything happens, boat and knock off your pivot. So just have fun around there. The woman is tight, they bad, and in a way it's motivating. You doing a haircut, you look over, you like, damn, she hella cute. You finna make sure that haircut is hella tight, so it's hella tight. Definitely recommend it. Let me know, if you were thinking about going to barber school or an apprentice. Which one you ultimately end up choosing, and if you did already go through that route, let me know which way you did and what was your top 3 benefits, because I explained my 3 benefits, so let me hear your 3 benefits. Just let me know. Once again, my name is Rodrigue Cuts. Check me out on Instagram at Rodrigue Cuts. I'm 19, aspiring barber for Sacramento, California. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.